It's Patrick, founder of Screenplay app, the app for student screenwriters. Every week I pose a question or comment to all you screenwriters out there and see what's inside that creative head of yours. Let's begin. For this week's question, we're going to get a little controversial. So here we go. What movies have you seen that were just so bad, but somewhere you saw there was a little bit of hope? The screenplay might have been good, but somehow in the pipeline it got messed up. So yeah. So one film I could think of, a good example, is Suicide Squad. The first one with Will Smith and, that alligator or crocodile, whatever it was. So that screenplay, I'm thinking it might have started off as something good, I think. But then we ended up having what we ended up having, which was a mess. The characters felt like they were just doing things out of character. There was no motivation, no arc. It's just silly. I mean, obviously it was a film about a whole bunch of supervillains, but at the same time, you still have to have a good story and make sense. Okay, I don't want to get too upset about Suicide Squad because my hope was anyway. So yeah, so Suicide Squad is one example. So I'm not sure if you have examples of films that you saw was just so bad, but you saw somewhere in there the story was good, but somehow the film ended up being so horrible. With that being said, keep in mind that when you're done writing a screenplay, let's say you're in the studio system or even in the indie system, if you're not the writer and director, if you're just the writer, your screenplay will most likely go through many hands. Your final draft is most likely the production studio's first draft. That screenplay will go through many drafts, and even when it gets to production, the director may come in and change some things here and there. If you're lucky enough to even sell a screenplay, congratulate yourself, because as a screenwriter, that is so tough. Be happy that you sold something and your screenplay is getting made, but don't be surprised if the final product ends up something like Suicide Squad. Okay, so all the Suicide Squad fans out there, please do not send me hate comments or anything like that. Like I said, art is subjective. So to you, Suicide Squad might be a classic, but to me, it's more of a trastic. So yeah, so even veteran screenwriters who's been writing for years and who has money, they still have to go through the struggle of a studio executive or producer or director coming in and changing their screenplay. Now, a lot of times it's good to have different opinions and visions because, if you're too attached to the screenplay, then maybe you might not see things that other people see. But at the same time, if you're at that level where you actually sold a screenplay, there's a reason why they bought it, because you have something there. So fight for your ideas and make sure people don't change them too much. But if they do change them, just expect it. It's just part of the game and part of being a screenwriter. I wish someone stepped in with Suicide Squad and did not put it out. Anyway, I'm sorry. That movie traumatized me because I was so excited and the trailer was just so amazing that I go see it. I'm like, yeah, I just wanted to slap the projectionist. I'm joking. That wasn't his fault. Anyway, so yeah. So tell me, what movies have you seen that were just so bad, but somewhere in there was an inkling. You saw the screenplay might have started out as being good, but somewhere in there during the production process, it got messed up. That is our question for this week. Now let's see your answers in the comments below. If you're thinking about writing your first screenplay, go to your favorite app store, download Screenplay app today. The link is in the description below. And remember to always have fun writing. Fade out.